graduating seniors in the front row and beyond, whose academic records are nearly perfect, so it makes it even more extraordinary to be in the #1 spot. I'm not surprised to be introducing Megan Joseph, because every second period she'd walk into my class, prompt, polite, and prepared. What was unusual was her easygoing and joyful demeanor. Although she was taking 6 AP classes, she always seemed to have everything under control and was ready for fun. One day, Mr. Townley volunteered her for the role of Pavlov's dog, and she accepted even though she knew she'd be squirted with a water gun. Her friend Selena wants everyone to know that Megan is not perfect, even if her resume seems to be. She shared with me that Megan one day walked into a pole because she was looking down at her cell phone. Anyway, Megan is enrolling at USF in the fall in their honors college, and she's going to study biomedical science. She plans to become a doctor. Playing a role in this decision was a month-long mission trip she took to northern India with her father and other members of the Indian Pentecostal Church. They provided prayer and medical attention to people that otherwise would not have any. Megan decided she would one day like to return to India as a physician, although she still will not have access to the one thing she so greatly missed on her last trip, cheeseburgers. This year at George Jenkins, Megan was president of the senior class. In fact, she's been a class officer for the last 3 years of high school. Megan has helped lead worship at FCA at school and her home church. Mr. Rakes, who's one of the youth leaders, said that Megan cares deeply about other students, and she has integrity that goes far beyond her years. Megan has spent numerous hours serving the greater Lakeland community. She has served at both Lighthouse Ministries and the Salvation Army. She routinely works at Vacation Bible School and soccer camp at her church and always works with their youth programs. For the past 3 summers, she's worked at Lakeland Regional Medical Center and South Florida Baptist Hospital, accumulating nearly 200 service hours. She also worked at the courthouse in Bartow in teen court. In total, Megan has accumulated nearly 700 service hours. Many times there was a debate in my classes over who was the smartest student. I'd say Megan's 4.615 GPA speaks for itself, but I personally believe the smartest students are the ones who, like Megan, work hard to put themselves in a position to follow their dreams. I now give you your valedictorian, Megan Joseph.
Thank you, Mr. Morocco. Welcome to all guests, parents, family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2014. We did it, guys. I still cannot believe I'm standing up here today. I am so honored and humbled. It took a great deal of hard work, but it was well worth it. I set a goal to be valedictorian since I was in 6th grade. I even wrote a couple rough drafts when I was younger. I'm a nerd, I know. If y'all could do me a favor, I just want to remember this moment. So I'm going to just take a quick picture of my view for the night. Everyone squeeze in. Awesome, thank you. I would not be able to stand here today with a lot of hard work and some help from some special people. First and foremost, my Savior Jesus Christ. Without his love and grace in my life, I would not be standing here today. Throughout the last 4 years, anytime I needed peace in a situation or help with a problem, I took it to the Lord. A verse that helped me during these last 4 years, Philippians 4, 6-7, don't fret or worry, instead of worrying, pray. Let petitions and praises shape your worries into prayers, letting God know your concerns. Before you know it, a sense of God's wholeness, everything coming together for good, will come and settle you down. It's wonderful what happens when Christ displaces worry at the center of your life. Next, my parents, my mom and dad, whose prayers and constant support has gotten me through every situation. My dad, who's always been my motivation in school and pushed me to try my hardest. I made a bet with him in 6th grade that I would graduate valedictorian, and guess what, Dad? I did it. My brother and sister, Alexa and Noah, who helped me in school and in my life by never failing to put a smile on my face. My extended family, the rowdy bunch over there, who loved me through it all, teaching me the importance My church family, who have helped me grow so much, and my youth group, shout out to Powerhouse, who has kept me grounded in my faith over the years. My teachers, who have been a guiding light that have made an impact in my life. And I cannot forget to thank all of my friends, some that I've known my entire life, others I've met this year, that have all shaped me. Some that have made the most impact in my life: Selena, Reba, Shannon, Sarah, Mac, Aaron, Megan, Siege, Allie, Marcella, Lucy, Kate, Bree, Trevor, Rami, Juan Luis, Neil, Amit, Brooke, Maddie, Chris, Zach, Corey, Cece, Mallory, and Sierra. Thank you all so much. We have all worked so hard to be here, and I'm so proud of all of us. We started out as little freshmen, scared to leave our building as we tried to get a feel for the place we'd spend the next 4 years. We came in with so many expectations for high school and contained untapped potential. Then on to sophomore year, in Mr. Jenkins' class getting sprayed by the infamous water bottle if you fall asleep, and where we met some of our closest friends. To junior year with the stress of multiple AP classes while having to study for the SAT and ACT. To senior year, where we waited for so long. The senior breakfast and spirit days were filled with laughs. One of my most memorable moments was a field day witnessing Mr. Townley having the slowest sack race time in the history of George Jenkins. To grad bash and prom, making memories with my best friends. There were so many wonderful memories, none that I will forget. Over the last 4 years, we were taught numerous subjects, learned a tremendous amount. Miss Melton taught us how to find the derivative and integral of a function, which I probably forgot already, sorry Miss Melton. Mrs. McDermott, who inspired us to love The Great Gatsby, the man Chris Ortiz idolizes. And Mr. Braley, who taught us what really happened during the Vietnam War, with some help from Forrest Gump. More than anything, we've learned about friendship and who we truly are as individuals. We know that our friends will stick by us through the good and the bad. I have grown so much over these last 4 years. Now, as we are about to graduate, we don't want to leave the comfort of our school. Jenkins has become a second home for us with our own special family. Throughout the 4 years, we've all grown tremendously into the men and women who we are today. Our successes and failures have molded us to take on the world. I, for one, do not feel ready to step out in the world, but I know we've been prepared to do so. The next step into our lives is a big one. We are leaving our comfort zone. It won't be like every other year moving to the next grade with our friends, but it means going to different cities and starting our college and career paths. We will make mistakes and make bad decisions, but in the end, we will learn from them and find our paths. To close, I would like to recite a poem I wrote this year in my English class. I hope it resonates with you all. It is called The Beginning. It is almost over, it is almost finished. 18 years of life and 13 years of school, all the effort we've poured into this. The late nights, the early mornings, the hair-pulling stress, and the laughable moments. The bonds and friendships we have made will shape us as we go on. The people who have taught us and encouraged us to grow will leave an imprint in our minds like a footprint in the snow. We have all come this far to finish this race as we take our last steps to cross the tape. The sweat and the tears it took and the obstacles we faced have all been worth this moment to walk across the stage. Then we realize, with only 18 years of life and 13 years of school, it is not almost over, it is not almost finished, but rather life is just beginning. Thank you. Introduce our principal, Mr. Buddy Thomas.
If you could please keep your voices down as we announce the graduates out of respect for everyone. Thank you. Megan, Sarah, Joseph, Rebecca, Ann, Jewel, Mackenzie, Marie, Mayhew, Sarah, Lucille, Lee, Jacob, Clay, Sternlicht, Amanda, Rachel, Thiel, Marcella, Rodriguez, Algave, Alexandra, Christine, Rhodes, David, Robert, Juan, Jr., Chrislyn, Nicole, Lucas, Sierra J. Kaufman, Angeli Marie Liz Ojeda, Jaina Sito.